Hey, Vinyl community. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving week. Today, I want to do another deep dive into one of my favorite Beatles songs. Again, a John Lennon composition. This time, I'm going to be talking about In My Life off the album Rubber Soul. Now, the thing that I find really interesting about In My Life is that John wrote a completely different set of lyrics for this song than what you actually hear on the record. It was a TV interviewer named Kenneth Alsop. He was a TV personality in the UK who was talking with John one day and suggested to him that he start writing more personal songs that actually had relevance to his life. And John started thinking about it and actually decided that he would write a song about his childhood and some of the places that he remembered.
I think In My Life was the first song that I wrote that was really consciously about my life, and it was sparked by a remark by a man called Kenneth Alsop, who's a TV journalist and writer in England. And he said to me, why don't you put some of your life about your childhood into the songs? Which manifests later as Penny Lane from Paul, although it was actually me who lived in Penny Lane. And Strawberry Fields, which was the name. It was not about my childhood, but that instigated that whole business of looking into the area and the feelings of that period. But In My Life was a direct result of Kenneth Alsop's thing, and that song started off as a...
It just never dawned on you before to do that?
Because we were just writing songs a la Everly Brothers, a la Buddy Holly, a la pop songs, and there was no more thought to it than that, than to create a sound. And the words were almost irrelevant. And In My Life started out as a bus journey from my house in 251 Menlove Avenue to town, mentioning every place that I could remember. And it was ridiculous, but that's how I first said I thought, write about childhood, okay, I'll write about this, all the nice names like Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, and this was before even Penny Lane was written. That I had Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields, it was the most boring sort of what I did on my holidays bus trip song, and it wasn't working at all. I thought, I cannot do this. It's not, and I wrote it all down like that, and it was such a boring thing. And then after going through that kind of thing, then I lay back and these lyrics started coming to me about the places I remember.
So the lyrics that John was referring to about the boring holiday bus trip that he took when he started writing the song are as follows. Penny Lane is one I'm missing. Up Church Road to the clock tower. In the circle of the Abbey, I have seen some happy hours. Past the tram sheds with no trains. On the 5 bus into town. Past the Dutch and St. Columbus. To the Dockers' umbrella that they pulled down. In the parks, I spent some good times. Calder Stones was good for jumping. But if you want to really find me, all these places have their memories. Some with love, forgotten now. Some to be with, some are dead, and some are living. Now, In My Life was one of the few songs that John and Paul actually argued over who was responsible for writing the song in terms of the actual music. Now, Paul claims that John gave him the lyrics. Paul sat down at the Mellotron and began picking out the melody and actually came up with the melody that you hear in the song. Whereas John maintained that that's not true. He said that John wrote the melody and that Paul was responsible for the melody that you hear in the middle 8 instrumental section.
Now, Paul helped write the middle 8 melody to that, which is the lyrics were already there. The whole lyrics were already written before Paul even heard it. So if that's correct quote from Paul saying, apart from In My Life, his contribution melodically was the harmony and the middle 8 itself. Not the whole middle 8, but he contributed that. His input was with me there on the chord changes, going from D and it goes to F to the middle 8.
Now, one of the interesting things musically about In My Life is the actual piano solo that you hear in the middle of the song. And it's actually not a harpsichord, even though it sounds like it. It's George Martin playing piano, but it's been sped up just to fit with the tempo of the track. George Martin wasn't able to play that melody that quickly, and so they just took it, he played it at normal speed, and then they sped it up, which is actually pretty remarkable because it fits so beautifully in the middle of that song. a lot of Beatle fans, not just Beatle fans, but fans of music in general, really appreciate and really connect with the song In My Life, not only because it's got a universal theme, but also because with John Lennon's passing, the song has taken on a more profound poignancy, I guess, if you will. People listen to that song and they think of John Lennon, and it's sort of one of those ironies of rock and roll that, 15 years after John wrote the song, unfortunately, he would pass away. So I think there's definitely, when we're remembering John Lennon, In My Life is one of those songs that just definitely has a melancholy about it, and we always have fond memories of John when we hear that song. So anyway, let me know what you think of In My Life. It's definitely on one of my favorite Beatle albums, Rubber Soul. Hopefully this has been somewhat informative and entertaining for you. If you like these videos, give me a sub, comment in the comment section, and have a great day.